Hello, and welcome to the University of Minnesota College of Continuing Education and Business Analysis online certificate. My name is Devin Shepard, and I'm going to be your instructor for this class. And for the next 10 weeks, we're going to spend some time looking at business analysis. We're really going to take a deep dive into some of the aspects of business analysis as they pertain to projects, initiatives, development. It can really be something that changes the way we can expect outcomes if it's done well. And so that's really kind of what we're going to focus on. In fact, I'd like to mention that we're going to really look at parts of business analysis from the enormous body of knowledge about business analysis. We're going to look at the parts of business analysis that actually work. We're going to focus on things that are tools that are effective, approaches that are efficient, and that are really kind of outcome driven. Again, my name is Devin Shepard, and I'll be your instructor. The way that you can reach me most simply is probably by email. devin.shepard@gmail.com is one of several, but that one will reach me. And if you will, please add BA Online to the subject field of your message, and that will help to prevent your message from being sent to the trash by a spam filter. There's also a phone number here, 612-516-3591, 612-516-3591, which is a Google phone number, so chances are I won't be able to pick that up very often. Instead, please leave a message if you're trying to reach me, and I'll get back to you. But the number one way of reaching me should always be by email, because that's what will be monitored most closely. I will have office hours once a week or so, and that will typically be on Monday evenings at about 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you're in Central Time Zone, that's 5 p.m. And you can also set an appointment to meet with me one-on-one at any time, and we'll find a mutually agreeable time to do that if there's something that you want to discuss or look at. Let's take a look at the layout of the course, and when you first come into this course room, it's going to look something like this. I'm going to get rid of some of these panels that you may not see. And you can see that it's the Business Analysis Online Certificate. There's a place for you to start. There's an overview and policies, and you should read all of those and have a look at those. There's a glossary of terms that we use for business analysis and some forums. There'll be a news forum where I might post every once in a while something that's new or that we can expect to see in the next week or two. And there's a peer forum, places for you, where you can go and talk to one another, leave a message about something that you're finding kind of as a muddy issue and that you'd like some more information about, that kind of thing. And working with the other members of the group, you'll be able to resolve some issues as you kind of go through them. And then each week or each unit we're going to go through, sometimes units last longer than a week, we're going to go through categories of information that pertain to the whole business analysis framework. This first week is going to be an introductory week, and that starts on September 15th, and we're going to look at characteristics of a project, players on a project, the role of the business analyst, and requirements development. Those are the four main categories that will be covered during week one. And then you'll notice there's a similar roadmap for week 2 and week 3 and so on. Well, I'm going to drill down into week 1 so we can see a little bit more detail just by clicking on this link, Introduction to Business Analysis. And here you'll see that in this particular link, in this week, we've got the roadmap again to kind of remind us what we're going to do. It says in this unit, Introduction to Business Analysis role, Business Analyst role, and responsibilities, as well as an overview of the processes, tasks, and techniques business analysts use to perform their role. We're going to differentiate between the role versus discipline and practices, helping identify skills that one already has from a non-BA perspective and carry that into the BA role. And that aspect of carrying over skills that we already have, I think, is essential. Many times business analysts get called upon to do the work that they're doing, whether or not their job title or job description includes the words business analyst. And I'm sure that there are some folks out there in our course for whom that is true. They've been asked to do this business analysis stuff, but it's really not something that's in their job description. Perhaps they've been hired to do something else originally. Organizations are kind of seeing the value of business analysis, and that's something we're going to talk about a lot over the next 10 weeks, is that this is sort of new for some organizations. For others, they've been doing it for some time, but the interest and the impetus for doing this is kind of like it was for project managers 15, 20 years ago, where that whole concept of being a project manager was kind of new. The same is still true in some cases for the role of the business analyst. So we're going to talk about that and kind of demystify those aspects of it. And you can see that there are a number of different things we're going to do. We're going to have an introductory unit, and please, this is one you should go to today and introduce yourself through this Flipgrid tool, so we'll get to know you and you can get to meet the other members of your group. There are characteristics of a project, why projects have failed or succeeded, players in a successful project, some of the roles perhaps that you've played on projects, and the role of a business analyst. And there we're going to kind of look at a number of different opportunities to discuss ways in which the business analyst and the business analytical approach could be used to better understand what's going on. So that kind of gives you an idea of what's happening in the first week of our course. Again, I look forward to meeting each and every one of you, and welcome to the class. I hope you have a wonderful time here.